Hello, welcome to another video. Umut here. Today I want to do another type of video. Recently I get a lot of questions about how to use this and that, and how can I do this. So I realized there are obviously people who are getting into mixed media, art journaling. There are always new people having the hobby. Like we did some time ago. I think it's been 2.5 years for me now. I'm doing it, but instead of answering one by one, maybe I decided I should do a few beginners or how-to videos introducing some of the tips and tricks or how to use this and that videos. So that it's more helpful and I can refer to these videos and they stay in my channel, so it's always helpful. And I will have various content, but I decided to start with acrylics because that's my favorite medium. I love coloring with acrylics, and I really like to play with them. They are my favorite go-to medium to work with. And there are a lot of types of acrylics, and I had a lot of time understanding and deciding what to use, experimenting. Maybe you spend your money and then you realize you don't like some of them, so why not make a video introduction to acrylics, sort of, so that it's helpful for some other people. And I have a bunch of brands and types of acrylics here. Obviously these are what I have and what I liked in the end after trying some. Obviously I didn't use and try all of the acrylic brands or paints in the world, so apologies if I am missing others. Please feel free to comment if you like something else or recommend. And my objective is not to recommend the brand anyway. I just want to introduce some people who didn't use acrylics to the paint and go over the differences between the types of them. And first of all, let's start with the heavy body acrylic and mixed media or fluid acrylic differences. So I have a bunch of things here. Let me bring all of them, and I chose blue as a color that so that we can compare. At least it's easier. So here is what I have. I have a few. I want to go over first what is the difference between heavy body and as I said, fluid or mixed media acrylics. One is this is heavy body, this is heavy body. If an acrylic is in a tube, most likely it will be heavy body, and the name is on it. It's more dense and it's not that easy to manage, but its coverage is very good, and for the purposes that you want to work with them, they are always obviously nice. I sometimes use them. My go-to acrylics are mixed media because they are more fluid, more easier to manage or move, let's say, and blend. But heavy body acrylics are very useful as well. So I have 3 brands here. One is Dina Weekly, and one is Stamperia, and one is Liquitex. And also there are price differences among the acrylics in the market, obviously, and I will tell you what I know, and you can make a research of your own as well. I am going to use this paper. This is heavy cardstock, nothing special, and I will just paint with the regarding paints and see how it looks, and we can talk about it. So this is Stamperia, and you can see it's quite dense. It's not moving anywhere, and its coverage is quite good. And if I want to, probably, for example, I see some people are writing with it with a thin how do you call it, maybe I have, yes, so there are fine liners like this with a fine tip, and people put heavy body acrylics inside. And I have a matte medium here, but there are some tools like this, and then if you put, you can also write with heavy body because it holds where you put them. And after it dries, acrylic paints are plastic, so they won't move, they will dry permanent. They won't move with water or any other medium that you put on them. So, but this is for all acrylics, mixed media or heavy body, it doesn't matter. So another difference of mixed media and heavy body is heavy body will have a little bit of shine on them. I'm not sure if I can catch the light, but it's not like they are metallic or shiny, but it has a ingredient that makes them heavy body, at the same time a little bit shiny. This is Liquitex. Liquitex is quite an affordable brand, especially they have these minis, and really if you are new, I would suggest you to buy mini sizes of everything if it's available, because if you don't like it, you won't regret it. These are actually Liquitex has a 48 color heavy body acrylic set consisting of these minis, and it's here in UK it was £24, and £24 for a 48 color set is a very affordable price. So if you are new, you can start with something like that, even like, I don't know, 6 colors, 12 colors, and then when you are more comfortable with the medium and you know what you want, if you see, it's again quite opaque and quite I think one is not better than the other. We're just exploring different brands, and this is Dynamic mixed media. It's quite good. And now I think she has smaller sizes of her paints to make it more affordable, so that's a really good thing, and you can start with those. She didn't have those before, so I got it. Hers is quite dense, really nice for heavy body acrylics, and I love her colors. Liquitex has basic colors, nothing creative, and I don't have all the stamp areas as well, but they have a lot of colors, and these are called, I think, Vivace collection. If you enter their store, you can see under Vivace, and Dynamic is in a lot of stores. You can find them on Amazon, everywhere. And now you will see the difference between heavy bodies and mixed medias. For example, let's select stamp area because you saw the heavy body. This is Allegro collection, and they have a lot of colors on this as well. This is the light blue color. As you see, it's quite fluid. That's the difference. And the coverage will be blending coverage, etc. So this is opaque as well. The coverage is the same, but the density is definitely not the same, and it's thinner, easier to move around, and easier to blend for sure. So when it comes to mixed media, I really like using fluid acrylics much more than the heavy bodies, but I can't say I never use heavy bodies. I use them as well, not as much as the fluids. Then I have my dilutions, which I love. They are in jars like this, so it's very much fun to play with. Again, I chose a couple of blue colors. They are quite fluid, as you can see, and you can apply fluid or any acrylic with any medium. I'm using a brush today, but I use my hands, sponge, baby wipe, I don't know, anything to apply these and blend. It depends on what you like, how you want to apply it. Gorgeous color. She has very bright colors, but recently she also launched very pastel colors, which are really nice as well. Yeah, and it goes a long way. Like, I bought this when I first started and I still have them. And in order for them not to dry, because open jar it evaporates, just spray couple times water and close it, so it keeps the moisturization. This is a advice from Diane herself, so I am not responsible. But it worked for me, because otherwise sometimes it dries when you do this, if you're not reaching for them very regularly. And their price is okay, I think, for the amount you get. Look, it's a little bit more dense than the other because it dried, because I use this less, and I have them long time. Again, I'm saying, again, lovely color, is very easy to apply, and it dries very fast. This one, dilutions, I love them, and the colors are really nice. So this is dilutions. We need another paper. So this is Distress Paint by Team Holtz. Again, it's a Ranger product, like dilutions. They are, I think, smaller in size. Let's check. This is 59 ml and this is 29 ml, so it's twice as much. And check the price. If I don't want to say something that's wrong, but I think dilutions is a cheaper option because of the size. Anyway, Distress has more colors. It has a lot of colors, and I really love the colors, so I can say the most paint that I have as a full collection is Distress paints. I reach for them the most, I think, and I really love them, and I didn't finish any of them. It's not like, and I journal a lot, and anyway, but I also use a lot of mediums. I don't use them constantly, but I'm really happy with them. It didn't dry out anything. Distress paints had these sponge dabbers before, just to apply easily, but now they come with flip tops. These flip tops and these dabbers are sold separately as well if you want to exchange. So let's see. This is Blueprint Sketch. I will try to apply with a dabber, but my dabbers are dry. Before it was easier because I'm not using the dabbers now. So here it's very nice. Nothing changes. I can just apply it with whatever I want. And here is Mermaid Lagoon. You need to shake it before using, just to tell you, because it has a little ball inside that makes the color mix, so the pigment mix, so don't forget it. And here I want to show another color, because what makes this dress different, I think, is their colors. Here, very nice, and the coverage is really good, and it's opaque. They blend nicely and everything. and this is the same for flip top. And another brand that I like as well is Paper Artsy. So here are 3 colors I brought because it's important. They have different types of acrylics in their collection. I love their colors too, really nice, really beautiful. I don't have all of them, but I am collecting, so one day I hope I will have all of them. So these are the 3 colors, and if you pay attention, it says opaque, translucent and semi-opaque. So this is also useful in blending. I will show you now. So now I always shake, I don't know. This is, and you see it's quite fluid. This is Baltic blue and it's beautiful, and if you see, it's opaque, so it covers everything. Then if I use semi-opaque, which is a Hyde Park green, I didn't have a blue semi-opaque, so I brought a green, and then I'll also put it here. If you see, it doesn't cover the paper completely like this one, and also look, if you cover this, it's semi-opaque, it won't cover the base completely, but there will be another color on top, and it can be another interesting combination and blending opportunity, not covering the color at the bottom but putting another on top. So I really love this with Paper Artsy. And this is Southern Skies. It's kind of a periwinkle blue. Yes, now it's much better. And if you see, it's even more translucent than the one before. And if I put it here, I have an opportunity even to blend, and it's translucent, so the one below will show even more. And even I'll show you here, see, it's even more visible. Yeah, if it's translucent, it won't cover the base. So for example, if you put a rice paper, tissue paper that has a design on it, and you don't want to lose the design completely, but you want to change the color, you can use the translucent acrylic, and it won't be covered completely, but it will have a nice color. So these are Paper Artsy mixed media acrylics. Another brand that I like is Americana. Americana is a more affordable option, and it has a lot of colors and they are quite good. They have 2 different types of acrylics. One is cheaper and I don't have it with me now, but the cheaper one you can start using that, but the pigments are different. So this is more pigmented, so you're not buying the same thing at a cheaper price. I just wanted to say that. But if you're a beginner and you want to try things out, it's a good option. I wouldn't, you know, create all my collection with those. Let's see. And again, it's a very nice color, very nice paint. So as you see, there is not much of a difference between all of them, but you can select according to the colors, and you don't really need to make a collection of one brand. I mix and match, you know, the brands according to which colors I want to use, so I choose according to color. The only thing I am careful is I don't want to buy something really bad, like with not proper pigment or anything, but other than that, these are all good brands. There is another one I want to mention, is Deco Art fluid acrylics. I love them, but they are very expensive for me. For this one 29 ml thing, I don't know, I look, and every time I want to buy, I just say it's too much for just one little bottle. So I don't have a lot of colors. I only have probably 3-4 colors, and they are really nice. They are very fluid, I can say, more fluid than the others. Very easy to manage, nice layering, nice colors. More traditional colors like hues, and you know, it's like Liquitex mostly. It doesn't have creative names or mixes from designers like Tim Holtz, but it's a very good brand. However, it's a bit pricey, so I didn't feel the need to invest in a whole set of fluid acrylics. If somebody gave it to me for free, I would happily use it, but I didn't buy it myself. Another thing I want to mention is metallic acrylic paints. For that, I have 2 brands. There are metallic colors of all of them. So this dress has gold, silver and bronze, copper. Stamperia has them. So all of these brands have their basic gold, silver, white gold, I don't know, pearl, copper colors. However, there are brands that are specifically producing metallic paints only. One of them is Prima Finneber Art Alchemy acrylic paints. These are all metallic. I love them. One of my favorites again, because the colors are amazing. Coverage is really good, very high quality. I will show you. It's gorgeous, and they are mixed media, so it's fluid, and metallic will be a little bit translucent for sure, but this has really good coverage. So although it's metallic and it has a very nice shimmer to it, I will show you, and its colors are amazing. Check out online. I think I did a quite good collection buying them in time, but I really love them. So I will try to catch the light. Let me see if you can see the difference. The others are not shiny, and this is very nice shiny. Then I have one more brand to show you, which is Silks, and not everybody loves it, but I really like it. They are more translucent, and you can buy it in big jars, and you can buy it in little jars like this. And when you buy it in little jars like this, they are sold in sets of 6, and I really like to buy it like that, because I will never use a whole big jar of the same color. And I find it better if I have more colors in small quantities rather than big jars. And I think recently they changed their packaging from this jar to this little bottle anyway, so they are sold in 6 bottles of these little tubes. I just realized my memory was full in the camera, so it didn't record the last bit, thankfully, because I would be really devastated if it didn't record long time. Sometimes I really don't realize, I get lost in the process and I forget. I need to check the camera just to check if everything is alright. And anyway, long story short, the only thing it didn't record was when I was using these acrylic silks, and I'll just do it again for you. First I'll use it from the jar. So I use it here actually, but I'll do it again. Let's just turn it here. So it is more translucent than the others for sure, and it has very nice colors. It blends really nice, and this is basically the same thing, just different packaging, but I'll show it anyway. And here, this was very little, so I'll put it down. Now I want to do a page with acrylics. It makes you just create something. So again, I'll show you. This has a more subtle shimmer. It's not like the other metallics, but I'll try to catch the light. And when these things dry, it shines more. Maybe now. And this is how the Prima looks. This is like really more coverage, more opaque metallic, and this is like translucent, and they are actually in the same place here, more dry. It's really hard to catch the light because my camera is really small, and it's hard to see from the little screen it has. And before I close, I wanted to show you one last thing about acrylics. You know, blending acrylics, different colors is important, but then there's layering as well, that you could get different effects. So I just wanted to quickly show you. If you let one layer dry, let's do it together. For example, I have this blue. Oh, it's too much, but okay. And it's not dry yet, no. And then I want to mix with this or this, let's say, before it dries. I can just blend it together and have a different effect. Yeah. So I have the window until it dries to just blend it. However, if you want to layer it, for example, where is it? Here it's dry, the same paint, we did it before, and I can, let's use this. I'll put very little, and I want to put it on top. Now I layered it, like I didn't mix them. I put it on top, and because it's dry, they don't mix anymore. So it's a different look. I hope that's helpful, and I hope this was all helpful. This was my first beginners introductory videos. I hope it's useful. If it is, let me know so I keep doing them. If it's not, let me know as well. And if there is something specific that you would want me to do, please leave it in the comments so I know, and because I want to do something useful for you guys. You leave me a lot of comments and give me a lot of kindness, and you watch my videos, so thank you. I want to give back something as well, and I always try to explain everything that I am doing in my videos as well. That's how I learned. I didn't do anything other than watching YouTube videos. So I find these things very useful, and I'm doing my best. And yeah, let me know if there is anything else that you would want to learn, and if I know it, I'll try to do it within the time that I have in my hands. I have a day job, I have a book blog, I have this going on at the same time, so it might not come up tomorrow, but someday I will try to do it as soon as I can. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.